Hey everyone, I haven't forgotten any of you. I haven't forgotten this channel. I've been super busy. Since we last spoke, I don't know when I did my last tutorial. It was probably around the time I was finishing off my honours year, and I'm all finished, which is fantastic. But in that time, I've actually been working really hard on my own app called Animal Snap. I hope some of you maybe have heard about it. I released it on the Android store and iOS earlier this week, and I'll put the download links in the description if you'd love to check them out. And I've also released it on itch.io if for some reason you prefer that storefront. The signed Google Play APK is on there, as well as links to the two other mobile stores. And I'm just really proud to have made a game. This is the first game that I've released to the public. It's definitely not the first game I've made, but it's the first one that I'm releasing. So I'd like to show you all how it works today and give you a bit of a run through as the developer. I am the only developer on this app, so it is fairly small. Animal Snap is free, so if you do want to check it out, it's not going to cost you anything. It is ad enabled by default, but any of the in-app purchases do remove ads if you're that way inclined. So Animal Snap is an educational game for young children, and it's designed to get them off the couch, first and foremost. I love that young kids play video games. I think it's awesome that they have access to video games, basically since they're able to understand what a touch device is. I think that's really good for learning and development. I'm a big advocate of play. We do that all the time as kids and hopefully as adults, and it's a really good way to learn things in a risk-free environment. One of the problems that I have with traditional video games, though, is that they make you sit down for too long, especially as a young kid. These kids should have lots of energy and they should be running around. So I've made a game that basically encourages children to explore the environment they're in and get them to look at it through a different lens, literally through a different lens, through the camera of our phone or tablet. And the goal of Animal Snap is to help young kids learn about colors first and foremost, and also animals as well. So let's say we've got the color red. We will see the word red written in as R-E-D, of course, but it will also be in the color red. So depending on the age of the child, if they're learning to spell, they can not only see the color and start making the association of, okay, this is the color red, but it's also spelt, so then they can start learning the word red, how to spell the word red. And then whenever they see that color in the environment, they should be able to make that connection. On top of that, we've got some cute animal silhouettes that frame the camera, and the idea is we have to try and take a photo of those animals and reveal those animals. So children also have the benefit of starting to distinguish certain animals by their shape, and they should be able to start picking things out and saying, oh, okay, this is a reindeer, or this is a dog, or this is a cat, all while getting some exercise. So that's the goal. I do have a video coming up shortly that, we'll swing into it after this. It's pre-recorded. It's off the device. The audio is a bit muffled. There's not much I can do about that with my current setup. I had to use just standard phone headphones to grab mic, which doesn't work too well. But please bear with me. Please check it out and stick with me for the next couple of minutes. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and some feedback. So let's just jump straight into the video.
All right, so this is me recording straight off of the device. Hopefully the audio is okay. This is going to be super quick. I just want to point out before I start, I've muted the audio in this just so it's not distracting for me while I'm trying to walk around and talk and explain what I'm doing. But I did want to give a big shout out and a thank you to Timothy Weber, who did the music for this game. I love it. It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. It's funky. I've had a lot of positive feedback saying that people like the music. But I just decided to turn it off while I do this quick walkthrough. So I should have already explained a little bit about how this game is going to work in the intro, so I'm just going to jump right into free play here. So as you can see down the bottom here, I have the color brown. So not only is it the word written, so we can try and learn how to spell the word, but it's also the color brown. So children can start making the association between the color brown and the way that it's written. Now we are in my, what should I call it? My nerve center here in my office at home. So please ignore some of the the background stuff going on. So I could try and use this light brown desk here to try and find brown, and as you can see, I found the chameleon. The next one is black. Black's a nice easy one because we can just cover up the camera. Let's just say I don't though, and I try to take a photo. It's not going to let me because there's not enough black. If I cover up the camera, then we find black. White's another easy one, but I'm going to skip it just to show that if you don't like a color you've got, you can use the button on the left and hit skip. I've got black again, yellow. Let's try and find some blue. There's a blue in here somewhere. Let's come up to my light blue monitor here and find light blue. So you can see that we can find, all different sorts of colors. Red. Let's use this jersey that I've got hanging on the wall here that I love. And we can find red.
And there you have it. That's pretty much the game. I hope everyone enjoyed watching that. And please, for those of you who would like to know more about the game, comment below. As usual, like and subscribe. Keep following this channel. I did just want to point out one thing I didn't mention earlier is this game mode. This game does have 2 game modes, which you would have probably seen on the menu. There's both time attack and free play. In the walkthrough, I played free play, which just allows young children to go at their own pace. There's no penalty for not finding animals. They can skip as many as they want. They can take their time to find the colors that they'd really like. And it's good for much younger kids or people that haven't played the game before. Time attack is for slightly older kids or those that have mastered free play or they're not getting enough out of free play anymore. Basically, they're given a minute and a half and the goal is to try and find as many animals as is possible. If they're very familiar with the 15 animals that are in the game, or sorry, the 16 animals that are in the game, as I've mentioned, there are in-app purchases that will give you more animals. So there's 2 animal packs currently with 15 animals each, so you can get up to 46 animals if your children need more effective challenge. So thank you for watching. I'm really excited to have this out on markets, and I hope I can get some feedback from those of you watching at home.